After AEW Dynamite, the go-home show for Double or Nothing happened on Friday night. Early Saturday morning, there was a controversy that came out when on the Spanish commentary feed on Fight, Willie Urbina was one of the commentators, and he, during a break, basically did a mock Japanese accent, which was fairly racist in the way that it came across. People were fuming, they were going crazy, and he was released from AEW that day. Willie Urbina was released from AEW that day. Hikaru Shida, who he was doing the impression of, she didn't comment until after Double or Nothing, but she did have this to say on Twitter. She said, "I didn't want to talk about this before my big day, so let me tell you now, I don't give a shit what other people say about my race because I love it and I'm proud of it, and because I know which is full, I don't even feel anger. So don't need to worry about me, thank you." Tony Khan did say in the post Double or Nothing scrum, he said, action needed to be taken immediately, and that's what's happened. What did you think when you saw this? Because obviously it is it's something that in 2021 just you can't imagine why someone would think this was a good idea to do in 2021. And I think, AEW should be applauded for fast action on this one.
Beggar's belief, Kenny, was the phrase I think you were about to use.
I thought, was that the real phrase? Was it not? And I bungled it. But you can swoop in with the glory of Beggar's belief. But Kenny, good to see fast action.
I'll just make the save for you, Kenny. It's all right. That's what I'm here for. I listened to it on the I don't know I can't remember, it was on Twitter or somewhere like that, and it was just like, why would you do that? I just can't understand why anyone would do something like that in 2021 and think it was amusing, and also think that they'd get away with it, because you can't get away with things like that anymore. And rightly so. I mean, he was fired. It was the right thing to do. I mean, you've got to send a message about things like that immediately, that this will not be tolerated. We do not want to associate with people who would behave like that on the air. We do not want these people representing our company. And I'm glad to see the back of him. I mean, I just can't understand why anyone would do that. I mean, I think this guy was quite an experienced commentator, isn't it? I mean, quite a lot of experience as well.
Was he not TNA's Spanish guy at one point? He was a Spanish commentator with TNA for a long time. And I had to laugh because not laugh, but Hugo Savinovich had put a thing out where he had. I just read a translation, so it might not be word for word, but the gist of it seemed to be that Hugo Savinovich was saying, well, he didn't know that he was still alive, and it's like, that's not an excuse. That's like a Hulk Hogan apology. It's not what when I was in school, right, back in the day, people would do those kind of impressions in the school playground in like 1999, right? Not saying it was right, but it would happen then. It doesn't happen today. Yeah. We've moved on. We've whether so it's baffling that he would poor Thunder Rosa and Dasha. I can't remember what Dasha's new surname is, but they had to kind of awkwardly be like, stop that, don't do that. They're on air kind of probably thinking, what is this guy doing? So good for Shida as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's just no place for that kind of thing in pro wrestling anymore. I mean, I think that's something I would say almost everyone's in agreement on that. And anyone who's not in agreement on that, I don't want to speak to you. So, I mean, to me, it's just like, I just can't understand how a very experienced commentator who's been doing the job a long time and would know what the consequences would be would say something like that. Him losing his job was absolutely the right response from AEW. I mean, I don't want to hear from him again. I can't imagine we will. And, that's the way it is. If you say those type of things, these will be the consequences. You know what I mean? And the Hulk Hogan thing, for God's sake. The Hulk Hogan thing. I mean, there you go. This is, if you say those type of things and they go public, it will be condemned far and wide. Yeah. So what an idiot for saying those things in the first place.